Hey everyone, Brian from IGN here, and we are looking at these new map walkthroughs from EA for Star Wars Battlefront. They released these new interactive trailers that go through 4 planets. Today we're going to take a look at Endor. We're not going to look at every single one, but we're going to break down some of the coolest things. So the first shot here, it shows off some new weapons and some characters and things, but the cool thing from this first shot is the speeder bike. And they show a little bit of, who didn't, after seeing Return of the Jedi, who doesn't want to hop on one of these and fly around through the forest? It seems kind of a weird thing. The speeder is pretty weak and there's trees everywhere. It's pretty dangerous, but whatever. I think we're up to the challenge. But yeah, you can cycle through and they have like these little gameplay clips for certain vehicles and characters. It's really neat. We're going to fly through some of the coolest stuff on Endor, so let's move on. Bloop. Yeah, the battle continues and we see a walker, which is really cool. I've always wanted to see a walker in an environment that wasn't Hoth. You see it a little bit in Return of the Jedi, but it's just kind of standing there not doing much. One thing I do want to point out here, for each of the planets, let's look at this one. They show the art team going to these different shooting locations where sometimes it's where the original movies were shot and sometimes it's just sort of like a substitute. This one is the same place. This is in Muir Woods, California. And I would watch an hour of this if there was like a little documentary or whatever. But look at these 300 feet tall trees. I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but there's a reason this game looks so great and so like the movies, and it's because there's people here actually where the film was shot. I mean, look at this. This looks like Endor. This looks straight out of the movie. It's really cool. The other awesome thing from this shot is this is the Ewok village, and it says, "You may hear the rhythmic beating of tribal drums from high above." I just think it's hilarious that there's this huge battle raging on, but the Ewoks maybe don't know or don't care, and they're just playing their drums. Maybe they're still partying after Endor, I don't know, but they don't care. They're just little bears. They do what they want. Oh, there's a thing flying by. I've never seen that before. Yeah, so the battle rage is on here, and it kind of goes to these different locations and fades like that. That's a cool new kind of grenade. It's a impact or a thermal imploder, not thermal detonator. The kind of star of the show here is the ground. You click it. What's the ground about? It actually shows off a little bit of a single-player mission called Endor Chase, where the rebels take your speeder bikes and you kind of have to hunt them down. I already showed a little bit of the speeder bike gameplay earlier, so we're not going to focus on it too much. By the way, those holograms look great. But yeah, this seems like a cool sort of fun little mode where you chase down people who took your bikes. It's rebels. I don't know if it's Ewoks. I would like to chase down Ewoks, but who knows. The other cool thing to show off here is the AT-ST, which is actually pretty terrifying in Battlefront. I know it's sort of the little brother to the AT-ATs, but it's no joke here. It's ripping things apart. And I don't see any Wookiees or Vines or anything, so I'm not sure what's going to take this out. It seems pretty tough. Let's skip from that and move on. So yeah, it's wrecking things. Here we go. We have a battle between stormtroopers and some rebel troops. One thing I do want to point out here: there's a Rodian who's shooting first. Rodians always shoot first, apparently. And we just see a few rebel troopers. This one is using a bowcaster, interestingly. That is usually reserved for Wookiees because it takes a lot of strength to use. You see Chewbacca using it all the time in the movies, but this guy right here, very very powerful, apparently. Let's good luck, guy. Good job. Keep the fight up. Here we move on. We see one of the Lambda-class shuttles. We see stormtroopers and scout troopers getting ready to fight. And if you look up, you see the Star Destroyer in the sky. That's not actually really a big part of the battle. It's just like a really cool backdrop. Here, I think we're about to see a cool new weapon. Yes, right there. That's my favorite thing from this shot. You can't just click, oh, what's this weapon? Oh, it's the RT-97C, of course. You can read about it if you'd like. But the thing that got my attention, obviously, was this massive explosion. The thermal imploder, it kind of like compresses this heat and blasts it out and then sucks everything back in. I don't know what's going on there, but it seems pretty dangerous, and the sound and effects are really cool. Moving on, those guys had a bad day. Here we're inside. It kind of looks like the area where Luke surrenders to Vader. Probably not, obviously the same area, but close enough. My first thought right here is, wow, this droid is in a really, really bad spot. He's taking no cover. I felt pretty bad for him, but apparently he kind of patrols around and scans for enemies and attacks them. I don't know how. I would assume it's a blaster, but I like to imagine it's the little electric arm thing like R2 has. And this mode shows off, it's weird highlighting there. This just shows off another one of the modes, Blast, where it's like this fast-paced 10v10. It seems sort of like the easy to get into deathmatch sort of mode. Moving on, we're about to see. Let's move up. Here we go. Han Solo, star of the show here. Yeah, each of these planets shows off a cool character or two. And here we see Han facing off against Vader. Last time this happened, it was on Cloud City. It did not go so well for Han. Although that his instinct is to shoot Vader when he first sees him, to not even think but to shoot. Pretty cool. So let's take a look at Vader here. He's one of the playable heroes. He has like a choke ability and a saber throw. He's not super fast. I'll stop talking here. Look at him. Yeah. He's got to taunt you, of course, right? But yeah, he's not the fastest guy. When you see Boba Fett flying around, you're like, man, that's crazy. But Vader, it looks like he's just gonna like march down on you and not care what happens. I'm pretty scared of him. Han Solo, obviously a little bit faster. He's got a different kind of power here. Let's look at his stuff. Let's listen to him here.
The things I do for that princess.
Oh, that princess. Princess Leia. Yeah, he's much faster, but he just is kind of this... He's just shooting. Like, Han's shooting first, and he doesn't stop shooting. Look at him. He just mows these things down. He can't miss. Yeah, so Han seems pretty cool. I'm not sure who I want to play the most out of these two. Probably Darth Vader, because... I mean, he's got a lightsaber, but whatever. Han's really cool, too. And that is it for the tour of Endor. We see Vader choking some people there, and there's a little fly-through, but that is the end of this. We're going to look at the other planets. There's Tatooine, there's Hoth, and there's Solistan, too. So go ahead and check out those videos. And for more on Star Wars Battlefront, you're already in the right place here at IGN.